So these are wide mouth jars. In the beginning, I kind of touched around, checked the seams to make sure there was no broken pieces that will stop my cans from canning. And again, I'm gonna be using a napkin and some vinegar to wipe around any of this juices off of the jars, so because it has to be pretty clean and pretty clear in order to allow it to seal. So I'm gonna go to the next one. I think I did pretty good. If I can get five jars for the beginning. I don't remember how many pounds of chicken I did. I think I did three cartons of chicken. And let me see if I can fit another one in there. And the trick is to just kind of get them in as easy as you can and leave about an inch headspace. So once I start debubbling, and debubbling is basically making sure I take all of the air out of these jars. That'll allow space for it to continue to cook once I get it in the can. So I'm just topping some of these off and making sure I get all the little bits, because the little bits are good. Okay, I don't want to overstock them though. Okay. So that's it for that. I'm going to wash my hands. Though I didn't touch it, I just felt like there was a little something on me. And I'm going to do it really quickly. And then come back. So now I'm ready to take my debubbler. So with my debubbler, I'm just removing the airs out of the jars. So I'm removing air from the jars because we don't need any air in these jars. And look, once I do that, it looks like I could have added more, but that's okay. Because you at least want to be able to have people, everybody get a nice touch of the meat. And I'm just packing it in, removing the air out of my... Ooh, that one is low. Oh, that one is really low. So when it gets like that and you start really packing, I can either make an executive decision and try to fill these all the way up. I'm going to leave that one because I'm not sure if that's really accurate. This one is full all the way. But I'm just sliding this in to remove the air. And again, it smells nice. So I'm just removing the air bubbles out of here. Yeah, this is okay. It's going to be a small one too. Okay, that is good. So I got my cans all ready to go. And next, I'm going to do, ordinarily I would have a magnet, but I'm not doing too much touching for the moment. I'm just going to get my vinegar. As I get my vinegar ready, I'm just going to take a napkin and I'm just going to, oh, can I open this? I'm going to use a napkin to clean my jars off around just a little bit. Put a little bit in this container here. Just enough vinegar. You don't need too much. And whatever is left over, you'll just put inside at the bottom of your canner. So I'm just soaking it And then I'm going to wipe around the edge of the glass of the jar, making sure I'm getting all of the bits, which will help the cans to seal properly, completely, because we don't need any air bubbles, and we certainly don't want anything that's going to hinder our seal. Okay, look at that. So I'm just going to go to the next side and redo that one. So it's very imperative that you kind of clean around the edge of the can. I'm doing it a couple of times. As you can see, I am getting some stuff off of there. So the thing is, you don't want to leave any residue over the cans, because then it'll stop you from being able to get a good seal. Because remember, these are supposed to at least last 1 year without any bacteria or anything coming in. You could probably use them longer, but according to the Ball Blue Book, 1 year at least. Okay, there we go. So that's finished. So what I'm now going to do is just add my lids to the jars, and they are in just warm water. And make sure you have only one lid, because if you have more than one lid popped on there, it's going to mess up your seal. It's not going to seal. So you want to do it as gently as you can, and just ensure that you have what you need on the seal. Now it's just warm water. Okay, now I'm going to get my rims. Drop the rim. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing a rim. Okay. So as I prepare to put these in my pressure canner, you don't want it snug tight. You want 2 finger tight. If you put it too tight, it's not going to allow anything to escape, and your seal, it won't seal. So finger tight. You don't want it snug. You just want to, oh, one came off. You don't want to rinse it down, winch it down. So now I'm just going to start adding these to my canner. And this is cold pack. I didn't tighten this one. And so this Presto is a 16 quart canner. They have 21 quart. They have 23 quart. I'm a beginner, and I didn't want to endeavor with it. So, you know, I'm new to this. So I didn't want to overwhelm myself with anything that was bigger. But if you want to take a look inside, they do fit. I do have a rack in the bottom of this in order to keep the bottoms of glass off of the bottom, so it shouldn't touch the bottom by itself. And this Presto, you can also water bathe, but right now I'm pressure canning. I'm going to pressure can my raw pat meat. And so for this one, I can use 3 quarts. Is it 3 quarts? Yeah, about 3 quarts of water. And there's a line, an indication line inside. If you can look at it down in there, I got to fill water up to this spot right here. So it's already knocked off, and I'm going to put water in. So as I get my water to fill to where the fill line is, I'm just using regular tap water. And once I get the tap water in, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back inside. So good. Here's a fact that you will all would most likely be interested in. Once I start this process and turn it on, it's gonna sputter. It has to get to like a boil, and it's gonna sputter and make noise. That's okay. The time when you put your gauge on, your pressure gauge on here in this area, it's 10 pounds, and you had to look that up on what's my elevation. Once you figure out what your elevation is, it'll tell you how much weight we should be using to can. But I'm using 10 pounds because that's what my elevation came up with. So I have my water, and just to make sure that I fill to the line that I need, I'm going to turn it so I can make sure I can see where it is. And I slid this around, so I'm not going to be able to see it at the moment. Okay, so I have my gauges, and then I'm just going to pour the water to the line. All right, so I'm at the line, and I'm going to turn this on. All right, I'm going to make sure these are nicely spaced. So once this starts to boil and starts to doing its jig, oh, and here it is. So this has a level, an indicator right here that has to match up with right here before I can seal it. So I turned it on, and you have to put it down, and then you slide it, and I slid it the wrong way. So sometimes it's kind of hard to make sure you're on there properly. So there it goes once more, and it's still not going. So here, there it is, and you, all right, there it is, and then it's locked. So now it's completely locked. I have a pressure gauge here. This will come up once there's pressure. It'll go back down when there's no pressure. This is where I'm going to put my weight. I have 10 pounds of weight, and this is the emergency exit just in case it gets too much. But for right now, we'll be seeing a full stream of steam come out of that when it's ready. So now we just sit and wait. Thanks so much. I'll be back with you.